Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. The the comms wasn't working correctly. Um, so uh, it's been a long. I know a lot of X-Men '97 episodes that came out, and I've been busy. That's why you haven't seen me streaming. But I'm getting back to streaming. I might like it really just like depends on my schedule. When I stream, well, I'll try to stream more because I know we have like upcoming games that like you might be wondering like will I cover? So far upcoming games wise, Marvel Rivals, uh, then we have Transformers Reactivate, Terminator Survivors, uh, Mecha Break, and like maybe a few others. I mean, like it really depends on what trailers, what gameplay I see because I generally don't cover games that are just campaign related. So yeah, this year you're gonna see gameplay streams from me. I Here's the thing regarding Marvel Rivals. They had the closed beta on May 10th. The situation regarding that is that it's not fully confirmed whether it's gonna be under NDA. Like if a game is under NDA, like if I get invited to the closed alpha, not sure when the invites go out. But if I get invited to the closed alpha for Marvel Rivals and they say you're under NDA, then it means I cannot stream the game on May 10th and however long the closed alpha is. But if it turns out that they want to lift an NDA and they're completely fine with people streaming, let's see what day is. Um, I know you can't see it on my screen, but May 10th. That's on a Monday. Uh, well, I'd be trying to make sure that the game's working properly enough to stream on the 10th. So you could see gameplay regarding that on the 11th, which is a Tuesday. Again, that depends on the NDA factor, and it depends on whether I even get an invite to the alpha. I did not get an invite to the Mecha Break closed beta, but that was under NDA. So you wouldn't have saw me with gameplay in any way, shape, or form. Well, let's get this X-Men 97 stuff out of the way. Probably this is gonna be like part one of me catching up with X-Men 97, and then we'll have like a part two stream down the line. Okay, so like I'm not a big expert on X-Men, so like I was totally confused on who this is, and I totally forgot. Like, let me know if I'm going too fast. I totally forgot that Bishop is from the future. But then again, now the X-Men is like I know who Beast is, but I don't really know who Bishop is. And we find out that this like weird, almost this guy, he's called Mr. Sinister, but he honestly looks like Dracula. And I like maybe he's based off of Dracula. Actually, hold on, let me see if the stream's actually on Twitch. Okay, the stream is working on Twitch. And again, let me know if I'm going too fast. And so the one of the genes ends up like going pretty much to the dark side, and we get like a weird horror situation. We got a Cyclops and Bishop. yeah, Cyclops and Bishop fight, where like team up fight. So this lady is apparently like referring to herself as the Goblin Queen, but that's like just for this episode. And Morphew describes Sinister as the evil scientist who stole mutant DNA and added the DNA to himself. Well, like again, not a big X-Men expert, but like, does that mean the guy has like many X-Men abilities or just specific ones? Because they mentioned that he combined like his DNA with multiple X-Men. So the where was it? Yeah, so the kid got a virus due to Sinister, and we find out later throughout this season what happened regarding that. So yeah, like at this point when I was watching, I thought there'd be like a future episode, but so far we haven't got a future episode. I was confused as to how the two Jean Grey situation was gonna work out, but it does in a tragic way down the line. Give me a moment. Let me get the next episode's images up on screen. So this was like pretty much like those old arcade days. I mean, obviously, like now in 2024, and arcades aren't exactly popular. Like that's not the main area you go for gameplay. You just run the game on the internet, pay the money, download it, and stuff. But this was like back in the 90s, you had the arcade situation. So yeah, the team agreed that she should be like celebrating her birthday, and Magneto saying there should be in the training room. You got the what do they call it, Motendo, and I'm sure we can all figure out that it's based on a Nintendo. But did Nintendo's even like have these controllers? I don't know. I never owned a Nintendo. And this game console ends up being creepy. Yeah. What the like? I've seen many absurd villain designs over the course of watching a lot of superhero content, but this is one of the most unusual designs I have ever seen. The arcade style Sentinel game. I know. Interesting graphic wise. And if this thing wasn't creepy enough, it gets big through views. And yeah, creepy. Just creepy. You got like, was this thing always this big? Or did they just like make it big for the boss battle? I'm curious if like we're gonna see Jubilee use this style of disc attack, like in the well, obviously this is a game version, but I wonder if she can actually do that in the real world. So we have like another Side story. Not sure how his powers even work. And like at this point, I theorized like she just needed to like focus on some the right emotion, and that turned out to be the case. Few episodes down the line. Yeah, not sure what the heck this even was. All right, give me a moment to get the next episode's images up. Sharing screen now. Again, let me know if I'm going too fast. It's been a long while since I streamed. Okay, so where were we? So yeah, they did refer to this their aircraft as a Blackbird. Well, it doesn't look like a Blackbird. I'm surprised they actually refer to it as Blackbird. This is a cool power that Jean has, where she can actually float not only in the water, also make it to where someone can stand on the water. That's a very useful power. I'm glad he stepped back and he's like, no, 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 this is wrong. Like it's just supposed to be Scott and Jean. I'm glad that Logan chose that route. And like I agree with Scott. Like the lady did cross the line, so it's no surprise that he would snap. Like I mean, the guys had to deal with a lot of stuff where humans make stupid decisions and have stupid hate towards mutants. A, a month maybe. So like apparently this episode takes place a month after the previous one. Uh, I mean, Scott, what in a way is right. Like there's a difference between having a memory and feeling something. This is where the episode takes a huge change. So the Watcher showed up, and the only time we've seen the Watcher show up is in was what if like is the Watcher showing this because there's like another X-Men 97 Earth where events play out differently, and he's just like saying, "Oh, on this Earth events went like this," but then we'll see a what if episode where we see a different route, or it's just like does Watcher also view, I guess you could call it fixed point in time, or also important events in the MCU. So we finally find out that Cable is apparently the baby. Like Cable's powers originate from the virus. If Cable even has any powers, I don't know. So we get a Wild Sentinel attack, and the Wild Sentinel is actually from the early 2000 X-Men comics, and Gambit's right. Like there was a lot of casualties. Oh, sorry about that. All right, yeah, I messed up there. Yeah, there was like a lot of casualties. That's why this like episode took a huge turn. And like we find out like look at this, look at this, look at this. There's a skyscraper building, and there's the size of the Wild Sentinel. Like if these things are like made like in large amounts quickly, then that's like I don't know how they're supposed to defeat that. If the finale and stuff has a bunch of Wild Sentinels. because there are so many mutants on that island, and it took a lot to take this thing down. So Magneto has flashbacks to the one German situation where the Germans were mean to the Jewish, and I'm sure you can tell by the clothing and the symbols. So Magneto gets like flashbacks to that trauma, and that's when he snaps. And he says, Magneto spoke, I think it's Jewish, where he told the kid, "Do not be afraid," because deep down Magneto uh, thought that he was not going to survive this. The name's Gambit, Mon Ami. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I don't know what that means, but he went out in style, like he's like, if I'm going down, I'm taking you down with me. So I mean, this is sad when you realize that Rose, Rogue never actually got to tell Gambit that she chose him. Like he went down thinking that she chose Magneto over him. Like this guy's last moments were very basically alone because like he's gone. He doesn't realize like his dead body doesn't realize that Rogue's there. And now Rogue has to deal with the fact that she never actually got to tell. Like she never got the chance to tell him that she chose him. Give me a moment to get to next episode's images on screen. Like I don't know if I'm going too fast or if I'm covering the episode in a steady pace because I mean we got like a few more episodes to go through. Let me get next episode's images on screen. Okay, based on the pace I'm going at, based on the pace I'm going at, it looks like we might not need a part two. Like, it means the next episode, the next stream where I cover X-Men content will be on Thursday. What, a week from today. I know episodes come out on Wednesdays. But a week from today, and that will be where I cover the like latest episode, the one that just came out. On this stream like appears to be like a catch up. So once I'm caught up, you will see me covering just the latest episode. And we might like talk about other stuff as well as covering the latest episode in for next week. All right, like I don't understand who the space people are, so yeah, I don't really like this episode. So we got the space people. Uh, I know that's what's the guy's name? Ronan, the accuser. Okay, not sure what the situation there is. I was shocked by this. Charles Xavier is alive. Like I didn't watch the original X-Men cartoon, so maybe the original cartoon covered that Charles Xavier was alive. But I was shocked by this. Like I really thought that like we were never going to see Charles Xavier in this series. So we find out the exosuit like allows him to walk. I don't really know how that an exosuit can do that because it doesn't walking have to do with like the backbone. Like an exosuit is on the outside, so how exactly does it? I don't really understand it. All right, now we get to actually more interesting part. So the demon bird can actually like attack a user's mind and put them in a like dream world where if they lose in the dream world, they lose in real life. Like you know what I mean by that. I'm a big fan of Doctor Strange. He's my third favorite Marvel character. The first being War Machine, the second being Captain America, Steve Rogers, Captain America. It is cool to see Doctor Strange magic in this series. Like he's like using the book, and that looks awesome. So yeah, this guy's pretty much a lame version of Superman. I don't know if you're probably looking up. He probably is labeled as a copy of Superman. Deviant Bird apparently survived the magic. Yeah, not sure how the heck that happened. So Storm got her powers back, and I was right, it was emotion related. And somehow she even uh like might be a mega level now, or maybe already was. But she's back in action now. So like they're in space, and I don't exactly know how Charles even sensed that the X-Men were in danger that far away. Like his powers can reach you like across solar systems, galaxies, something. Uh, I think we saw Master Mold in the first two episodes. There's that big giant sentinel thing next to the usual sized ones. And like up to this episode, it seemed like Sinister was behind everything, and that turns out not to be the case. Let me stop screaming so I can cover the next two episodes for the stream. All right, so we see Gambit's funeral scene. I was surprised. Rogue did not show up at funeral, and Wolverine makes a good point here. He's basically tells Jubilee. Jubilee's like the youngest. She's pretty much the kid of the group. Even she's 18. People do deal with grief and sadness in different ways. And Rogue deals with it by she's vengeful now, and you saw the scene here. Hulk reference. So Hulk exists in this universe. That's what the heck was that guy's name? Ross. Ross is a apparently in the series as well. My second favorite Marvel hero is an X-Men '97. We got we've had references to Doctor Strange with the guy using the magic book. Doctor Strange being my favorite Marvel character. We can confirm that my second favorite Marvel character is in X-Men '97. So can we please get War Machine to make an appearance? That would make the season awesome. If all three of my favorite Marvel characters are in X-Men '97. For the one who's the fourth, Beta rebuild. Yeah. Um, Rogue. Rogue threw that shield way too far away. Like, you know how long and how difficult it would be for Captain America to track that shield down? Like, he doesn't exactly have a tracking chip in the shield. Yeah, I get where Rogue, Rogue did it, but that wasn't for Rogue. Not sure what happened here. I think that's Sinister. Sinister, although the guy looks pink, so may not be Sinister. You got the Emma Frost was apparently also a telepath that she survives, and you had the scene where um, Cyclops is crying because he thought that the telepath that survived was uh, Madeline Pryor, but it turns out that wasn't the case. And Jean comforts Cyclops during that moment. Yeah, so apparently the guy think that Sinister wants to build an even stronger Sentinel. Like, how would a Sentinel that's even stronger than that? What did I call it? Um, Wild Sentinel. Stronger than the Wild Sentinel, or just strong in a different way? Like, are we going to see an even huger one? Because that thing had a lot of firepower with the laser beam on the triple heads, even the wires that attacked Gambit. The thing even was like basically like an aircraft carrier because it dropped down Sentinels. Um, yeah, so Rogue drops the villain guy, and I get why she did it. So like, I mean, I am on her side. I know that's odd, but like, yeah, I am. I do understand why Rogue did it. So yeah, this guy that was affected by a newer version of the virus that was put on the baby a few episodes ago. Turns into something called the Prime Sentinel. Although, to be honest, I get the Prime Sentinel strong, but I don't think it's stronger than the Wild Sentinel. So, like, what we got Master Mold Sentinel. You got the Sentinels. You got a Wild Sentinel. Now you got a Prime Sentinel, and I think there's one more. Like is referenced later. It is the name Rad Sentinel. That's the one in the next episode. Uh, so Cable appears and they find out uh, who Cable's parents are. Surprised that Magneto is still alive. Give me a moment to get the final episode we're going to discuss on screen. All right, the final episode that allows me to be catched up with X-Men 97. So we can finally be on track. Let's, so apparently the Sinister is not the bad guy, it's Bastion. Um, so yeah, we I get so Uh, it was a tank virus that was upgraded and then used to make these Prime Sentinels. So the main villain is actually Bastion, not Sinister. So Beast here references Mystics of Comertage, and we saw the book a few episodes ago, which further proves that Doctor Strange exists in this universe. It references absolute points in time, which apparently is why Cable couldn't go back in time. So like that solves out, so we're not gonna like have Cable go back over and over and get some episode regarding that. It's just a fixed point, which also explains why the Watcher was there. Um, the X-Jet doesn't come out of the basketball court anymore. In the original series, did it come out of the basketball court? Because apparently now it comes out of a mountain that's near the basketball, near the school. There's the Nimrod Central. So a Nimrod Sentinel in the future. Okay, the Nimrod Sentinel actually the strongest Sentinel. That was a big reference, and it's actually not the Prime Sentinels. Because apparently in the future, a Nimrod Sentinel sends back in time, like it's programming virus stuff, so it can infect the father, and then the father and the mom create Bastion, and Bastion is it's like a Terminator movie situation. Go back in time, make sure you create it and stuff. So Bastion then creates everything that leads to Nimrod. It's like a closed loop chicken and the egg scenario, I guess. And like more Terminator references essentially. Bastion pretty much wants to create like T800 style Sentinels. That's what the Prime Sentinels are. Because he's like, and he's taking people to do that. Because he's like, the original Sentinels could be spotted, but these ones can't. Like, they're more hidden. And um, that's basically how the T800s were described in the first Terminator movie. That the 600 series could be spotted a mile away, but the 800 series could not. And finally, apparently called Zero Tolerance. So Beast has to use Cerebro in order to locate these Prime Sentinels. It's just Cerebro is a big machine, and it took a while to locate all of them. So like, how would the X-Men like make a compact version that allows them to scan like the the radius at their location to see if there are any Prime Sentinels? We basically lost the mansion as well as valuable photos and items in the mansion. Like I don't know if the underground area is secure. Most likely not, because that was where Beast was, and that area got destroyed. Like it's cerebral. Like it's cerebral. Like destroyed too. We got a cool sword battle, or should I say blade battle, of Wolverine and Nightcrawler, Valley of the Sentinels. I thought that was cool. Okay, they apparently had a car in the back of the X Jet. And based on the design and the color, I'm gonna assume that the motorcycle we saw um, okay, Gambit use in that Wild Sentinel episode Like the motorcycle did not look like your traditional motorcycles because there's two motorcycles in the episode. One that was just lying around, and one that was blue. And I assume that blue motorcycle Gambit was using is a X-Men vehicle. Best part. Spider-Man. This is the fourth Spider-Man in the MC. Nope, that is wrong. We had the What If episode where they had zombies, and we did see Spider-Man in that episode. So the fifth Spider-Man in the MCU is revealed. Magneto apparently is able to use the North Pole to shut down the Prime Sentinels. So I guess that's why the villain guy wanted to capture Magneto, because Magneto was apparently the only X-Men that can stop the Prime Sentinels and the Master Plan. Let me undo screen mirror because brain. Give me a moment. I I gotta I'm gonna mute myself so I can actually no I'm not gonna mute myself. What am I doing? Okay, this is the end of the X-Men stream. If you watch this live, thank you for watching. If you're watching this when it gets uploaded to YouTube, thank you for watching. In order for it to become easier for me to upload things, I'm actually going to shut down this stream and then start another stream where I will cover Terminator Survivors content. And I mean, that's just to make it easier for me because I don't want to have to edit the stream and then go through a bunch of editing process. So I will be uh, back. And like if you're watching this on YouTube, I am gonna label that Terminator Survivors video. It's gonna be under Dark Knights News, which I may upload before or after you're watching this live stream.